So I want to transition to the FTX crypto collapse. I want to talk about it. Very interesting. When it comes to crypto and stuff, I'm not the most knowledgeable. I want to say that first, and all the stuff I have written down and stuff, it's just from a bunch of different sources and stuff. I couldn't tell you where the hell it's all from. It's YouTube videos and shit and a bunch of websites, and you know what it is. But just trying to gather as much as I could, as fast as I could. And here we are. So just kind of to, just so you two, us three, can all just understand kind of what's going on. You know what I mean? So that's what I got. So I'm just I have literally like 2 pages worth of stuff here. I'm just going to spat them off as fast as I can.
Jesus Lord. Okay.
But I think I'll be able to get through it fast, and then we can talk about it.
Okay.
And maybe you can stop me if there's like one crazy thing, and then we can talk about it.
Sounds good.
Keep going. So.
Yep.
All right. So the owner and CEO of FTX, his name is Sam.
So what is FTX?
FTX. I wrote it down. It's just FTX is like a crypto trading and exchange platform for all the currencies of crypto.
So it's kind of like a Coinbase type thing.
Yes. Right. Exactly. Okay. So, and I think FTX became the biggest until obviously last week. So, Sam Bankman-Fried, 30-year-old CEO, was at one time this year worth $26 billion at 30 years old.
Jesus Lord.
The wealthiest 30-year-old in the world.
Damn.
So, 2 seconds. Only interruption I'm going to make.
Okay.
FTX is a Bahamas-based cryptocurrency exchange.
That's a little where I'm getting.
No, but you didn't start there.
Well, I know, but
he was going to get there.
All right, go ahead.
Look how many fucking points I have.
I know, but you didn't tell me. You said,
let the story fill out.
Jesus Christ.
Go ahead.
My next point.
Yeah.
It is run by 10 polyamorous crypto kids running this operation out of the Bahamas.
Okay.
So
it's a crypto. So it's like Coinbase, like you were saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's for the news.
It's a giant gangbang.
So yes, did you hear that? 10 So it's literally 10. There's 10 of them that run the company.
Oh,
they all just fuck each other inside this house in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
No way, dude.
Yeah.
That kind of sounds
Yeah. So it's literally a fucking gangbang sex house.
It's a nerdy gangbang.
That's doing a fucking crypto business on the side.
Right.
Wow.
So, and then there's a side company, and I'll get into it later. It's called
That's
Almedia.
not the sex house.
Well, kind of.
Oh.
But not the house,
Juicy.
but it's inside the house. You
Oh.
know what I mean?
Whoa.
So it's called Almedia. Wait, hold on. There's a second word. Okay. So Alameda Research. Okay.
Alameda
Research is the CEO is Caroline Ellison, one of the girlfriends of Sam Bankman-Fried that lives in the house in Bahamas. Okay.
Yep.
More on Alameda in a second. So I just have here the fall of FTX triggered the collapse of 100 affiliate companies. Sam graduated from MIT. He found that how it all started, FTX and shit. He found that he could trade crypto from America to Japan, transferring at times $25 million a day.
Wow.
Isn't that ridiculous? Like he would sell it in America, or he would buy it in America, sell it in Japan for $25 million.
Holy crap.
At a time, at a day. Like ridiculous. So
wow.
With that money, he started Almedia
back.
Research.
Nice.
Am I back?
Yeah,
I'm
back. You're back.
Okay.
You're back.
I think that's the chord. Anyways.
Were you listening?
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard that.
Yeah. Bahamas, Japan.
Okay.
25 mil a day.
Right. And so with that money, he started Almedia Research. He would promote himself kind of as like a humble billionaire, if you will, by driving like a Corolla every day.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Love it.
Although he owned a $30 million mansion in
So he was trying to be Elon Musk with his beater Mercedes.
Right. So people bought into it, though. Like the whole, like, he's driving a fucking Corolla, he's all humble and shit, even though he owns a $30 million mansion. We won't even think about that because he's humble. So people bought into it, so he got a lot of fucking funding. And that's how kind of FTX started blowing up really big. They would, so it says they would offer a discount to people who would store their money in FTT. FTT was their own token that FTX made.
Oh, okay.
So FTX, the fucking whole company, made the token inside the fucking company. So if you store your crypto inside the FTT, the token, then you get a discount. Okay.
Yep.
So keep that in mind.
It's interesting. So it's just a Yeah, big. Go ahead.
And then Almedia, back when I was just talking about Almedia.
Yep.
Is that other company him and his girlfriend also started before FTX? Almedia is Almedia Research is a hedge fund type of bank that offers loans.
Interesting.
Yep.
Okay. Yep.
Almedia.
Okay.
Wow. So they're making money nonstop.
So where there was like some sus shit starting to find was that Almedia was caught using customer funds as the loans. Okay. Well, they just kind of saw that they were using the funds as loans. Okay.
Okay.
So they were double dipping.
Double dipping, right? So this is the other company, not FTX, right?
Right.
So Almedia happened to get $10 billion at a time from FTX customer funds for loans.
God, that's
So
that's a lot of money.
$10 billion. So they weren't just taking money. They weren't taking money from Almedia to use for the loans. They were transferring money from FTX to Almedia to use for the loans.
Whoa.
Okay.
It's a lot of that. This is definitely a point where there's a lot of money. That's when it gets scary. Like,
Right.
fuck, if you mess up,
Yeah.
so this happens.
So Almedia happened to get $10 billion transferred from FTX customer funds from loans. Sam Bankman-Fried owned both those companies.
Wow.
FTX got so big that they got up to 10 billion a day across all 1 million users.
What can handle
Jesus.
that? What kind of like computer system can even freaking?
Oh, just
handle that?
ridiculous.
I mean,
It was
Some
FTX was
super
like the top
servers.
of the top, bro. FTX had Cal University Stadium partners with Golden State Warriors, Mercedes F1 Racing,
no
and
way.
Miami NBA Stadium named after them.
Oh,
Promotion from Tom Brady, Steph Curry, and Larry David. Tom Brady put $650 million of his fortune into FTX.
oh my
Jesus.
God, no.
No. FTX got involved politically, supplying funds to Ukraine. In 2020, gave $5 million to Joe Biden during the elections, and also gave $50 million to Democrats for the 2022 midterm elections.
Yeah, the biggest funded crypto.
Crypto
Yeah.
was having its worst year yet, and SBF, the owner, that's just like nickname SBF,
Yeah.
was supplying crypto firms to try to stabilize the market, losing tons of money in the deals. So that's kind of how
Just trying to help.
he was losing money.
He was just trying to.
Because market or crypto was going down.
Yeah, he was just like dumping money to try to
Oh,
stabilize
keep
the
it up.
number.
Exactly, because inflation was going up, so the market was fucking doing this
Yeah, yeah.
thing. So he was like supplying all these different firms and stuff to keep it kind of rose. But
But it kept,
But it
going
kept
down.
on dropping, so all those deals just kept on losing money.
the companies that he would supply, the firms would go bankrupt. So
Ah.
everybody would lose money. So
Damn.
the fall starts when SBF openly states that he's transferring $4 billion to help Almedia. So he was transferring $4 billion of customer funds in FTX to Almedia, the loan company.
Jesus.
Wow.
He just openly said that on Twitter.
That's a giant fucking number.
Isn't that crazy? November 2nd, behind-the-scenes info leaks about FTX. The head of the SEC, do you know what the SEC is, Dilly?
Oh, I've heard of it.
Securities and Exchange Commission,
Oh,
the
okay,
U.S.
yeah.
government.
Yep.
The head of the SEC, Gary Gensler, and Caroline's dad, his girlfriend. Caroline's dad was the old SEC, head of the SEC.
Oh.
Okay. They all went to MIT together,
Wow.
which is mad sus.
Wow, yeah.
Because there was an email found from these guys in MIT and the SEC, the government, saying that they saw what they were doing, FTX, and said that, in quote, I think I said
The
in quote.
SEC saw what they were doing?
Yep.
Yep.
And they said that they were going to give FTX a no-action relief, a.k.a. just turn their heads like nothing even happened.
Interesting.
Wow.
And the government pretty much said, we're just gonna let you slide. Which
Yeah.
is mad fucked up. It's big time corruption right there. Big time.
Yeah.
And then so the main competitor Binance, this just one of the like Asian competitors.
Oh, yep. Coin.
Same exact like company and everything.
Yeah.
Let's see. Binance would send out a tweet addressing some of the corruption in FTX, which pushed them off the cliff, essentially. $6 billion in crypto tokens were lost in 72 hours in FTX.
Jesus.
With all the withdrawals, because people were taking out their to cash
Yeah.
out their
Mm-hmm.
their tokens and everything.
Oh yeah.
That
Get what they have
means
left.
FTX had to owe them all that money.
Uh-huh.
So with all those withdrawals, FTX owed $9 billion in liabilities to its customers.
Oh my
They
god.
only had $900 million in liquid assets.
And
Oh,
then,
so this was kind of like a Ponzi scheme.
Right.
Wow. Yeah.
So, which created $8 billion shortfall. November 11th, FTX files for bankruptcy. FTX had involvement with 130 entities that are going downhill.
Jesus.
Up to 2 million completely disappeared one day. Like some of the 2 million that they took to like transfer just is like disappeared into thin air. So they're gonna have to just
Yeah.
fucking take the L on that one too. Many of the companies gave FTX up to 210 million. Will never see that money again. This is one of the biggest ones. Dilly heard it earlier when I was doing this research. Ontario Teachers Pension Plan invested 95 million into FTX, and they lost it all and will not see it again. So many of the innocent people with the pension plans will not get their full retirements,
How crazy is that?
which is so
That's
fucking
insane.
so bad. That's so fucked up.
And they were promised that
Yeah.
that retirement.
And they're
money.
estimated to say that the liabilities for that FTX will owe is $50 billion.
No one can pay it all lifetimes.
Right.
Many lifetimes. That's
There was this one guy kind of like explaining the whole situation. His name was Michael Saylor, I think his name was. Correct me if I'm wrong. But he said, in quote, FTX generated an FTT token. They traded their own token on their own exchange with wash trading with leverage. You can park the price at any number you want. You want to make $1 billion, you jack the price up the token to $3 by wash trading your with yourself. So essentially they said they wanted to make $1 billion on the site, right?
Yep.
So they jacked the price up to $3 a
For
token because they
shit.
owned the token,
Oh
right?
yeah.
So then people invested into the token. They made $1 billion, but since it was collateral,
And it was just artificial, basically.
they needed to have a bank help them pay that off, right?
Oh yeah.
Guess
Yep.
what bank they used? The bank they owned.
Mm.
Because
What
they
the
owned that
heck?
fucking Alameda. Alameda was the
Alameda.
fucking bank.
And
the loan.
at this time, Bitcoin is under $16,000. Wow.
So,
Yeah, Bitcoin dropped.
so it says you want to make $1 billion, you jack up the price by $3 by wash trading with yourself. Then you get, then you have $1 billion collateral. So you need a bank to loan you that money for the collateral. Sam happened to be the CEO of a bank that made loans. He applied for a loan at his own bank, granted it for himself for his own company in real assets, and created money out of nothing.
What the heck?
That's what he was doing. He was just creating money out of nothingness.
Hmm.
And that's what it was over.
He was just using other people's money to make his money.
Yeah.
over and over.
Yeah, over and over.
That's
and then-
insane.
And so now, of course, no, that's awesome. That's good research. That was awesome. So now the question is, this is gonna affect a lot.
Right.
Yeah, so like
What
he is
happens
the-
now?
Yeah.
It's hilarious because it wasn't even that long ago that it happened. But it's like
Yeah.
this era's Bernie Madoff.
Right.
Jesus, that dude, that's fucking insane.
Isn't it ridiculous? I
So
didn't know
he's
how
going to
deep it
prison
was.
1,000%.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
like
we're-
forever.
We're
Yeah,
looking at
Because Bernie Madoff went to prison for like he got 80 years or something.
Right.
So yeah, this
No,
dude's fucking in there forever.
Right. No, it has to. And all same with his fucking other, 9 other
Yeah, that was
Fuck-
like
fuck-
literally
fuck,
the funny,
fuckers.
hilarious thing. Like, Jesus Christ. Like fucking, I saw like all the fucking like conservative news outlets like Daily Wire and all that shit talk about this too, and like they didn't even talk about like the actual business scheming that like Tanner just went into. Like you
Right.
had better business fucking explanation of actual this than
Right.
legitimate
Yeah.
news outlets like Daily Wire or some shit like that.
Unbelievable.
Because all of them like were like, yeah, all of them were having sex with each other in one house, so obviously it was gonna fucking fail, and it failed. They didn't
Yeah.
go into ins and outs of it. They just like fucking highlighted all of these people were young adults, like under the age of 40, just fucking each other constantly.
Right.
And said this is a successful business.
Yeah,
crazy
so-
stuff.
So-
yeah, it'll be interesting. See because crypto now, I was watching, because FTX what happens to Tom Brady now and that $650 million?
Well, I mean, half of it is Giselle's.
Right. But then the other half wiped away, gone.
Basically.
I guarantee he only gets a quarter of what he put in back, which is fucked. But, hey, risky run. And
yeah, it's just like the same thing as Bernie Madoff. Like, just thousands of people kind of just got shafted, and the U.S. government had to say, it's like, listen, like, you got shafted. Sorry. We can't do anything about that one.
Yep. So, yeah, we'll see what happens because, I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, all the political stuff that they were doing is a really big deal.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's just brushing under the rug, you know. Not everybody, but it did get brushed under the rug.
Yeah, like, obviously, like, companies send money to political parties all the time. Like, the NRA is nonstop pumping in money to Republicans and shit like that.
Right.
So, like, them sending money to Democrats in the 2022 election and this and that, it's not crazy or anything.
Right, it's just how they were doing it.
But it does kind of, it shows.
Well, just, Jesus. Fucking, that kind of money, though, is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, ridiculous. What are you looking at?
It is.
So I just opened up Coinbase, and I didn't have a lot of money invested in it at all, but I had $75, and now I'm at $27.
Oh, yeah, like, my shit is swine. It is so fucking far down because I had some heavy puts in on there. So it's, like, negative, like, hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So, like, literally, I'm not putting a penny in right now. I'm just like,
like,
I'll come back to you in 2 years, but I'm not going to sell.
If I had, I will say, if I had a crazy amount of money, Bitcoin it was at
fucking almost $65,000.
And now it's at 16.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
If I had a lot of money, it would be the time to invest. I would just fucking go for it. That's a lifetime.
It's not a bad time to be like in the next couple of months because it's probably going to keep on going down for another few months or more. So it's not a bad time to be like, fuck it. I have $100 to spare.
Yeah.
I'll slap it into Bitcoin just to see what happens. Because who knows? It could go back to $65,000. And if you do $100 right now,
nuts.
like,
bro,
that's a happy little fucking profit right there.
That'd be nuts. That'd be sick, actually.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. But yeah, it's crazy stuff. So I just wonder like what Tanner was talking about. You have FTX. They worked with people, right? Big companies.
Oh,
Yeah, just like every other company.
The biggest.
So,
like,
yeah.
FTX was huge. Fucking on.
Yeah. Which is why it's like I don't look too deep into it, like fucking conspiracy theory wise. It's just like because like everyone did that. Everyone works with everyone. Everyone talks to everybody. Companies send financial support to political candidates all the time.
Right.
Kind of thing. Bernie Madoff did the same thing, and he's a horrible human being. I keep on bringing up his name because I know that one and whatnot. So it's like it is
realistically
a fucking. It's just a thing.
Conspiracy theories aside, with the whole sending money to the Democrats and stuff. To be fair, there was like five. To be fair, 5 to like 10 million. I don't know if that was the right number sent to the Republicans too.
Yeah, exactly.
Either way,
they're playing both sides of the field, but they heavily lean Democrat more than other. But besides that,
they have the email of the head of the SEC.
Yeah, just saying, fuck them.
That's a big deal.
Yeah,
that's a really
that's the
bad
fat one.
That's some really shitty stuff.
Yeah, that's the fat one.
That one we actually need to be looking into, especially after they fell. So we got to really be fucking aware of that stuff.
I mean, shit's crazy. Business is crazy. Like you have political individuals. Insane. I have to be a little bit careful with my words and whatnot.
Right.
With my situation and all that.
Oh, yeah.
But like political individuals talk about like certain companies like BlackRock Investments.
Right.
And they're too big to fail. So, like, there's certain companies, like, currently in the political landscape of this world and whatnot, they were like, we won't allow these companies to fail. If that company fails, the country will fail also. Right. We think. So, we're just going to continue propping them up and let them grow even bigger and have even more control.
Right.
Which is terrifying.
It is terrifying.
Yeah.
Because what else can they do if they can do that? So.
Yeah, it's like, so who's running the country? The fucking company or us?
No shit.
I just, I worry about of course, we were all talking about the market stuff, which I'll talk about more next time. I'll get more data and stuff on it. But we know that it's going to crash. Evidence, lots of people you talk about, like, of course, you got Robert Kiyosaki. You got
Mhm.
Warren Buffett actually was talking about. I saw articles with him. Oh, it's gonna be the biggest. Are you ready? All this.
Yeah,
So
Gary V. Fucking
Gary V.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Grant
Gary V.
Cardone.
was talking about it.
yeah, Fox Business,
Grant
CNN,
Cardone.
every single person everywhere on
And-
every landscape is like,
Yeah.
it's fucking coming.
And so
Yeah.
that's enough for me. Even though I don't personally have any evidence, that's enough. You got the biggest guys saying this is coming, and then all of a sudden the FTX thing happens. This just kind of came out of nowhere,
It
you know,
did.
because
And a
we
lot
didn't
of
think
times
of it.
that's like the fucking
The trigger, maybe.
that's like the fucking straw that broke the camel's back. Like
that-
when that
Yeah.
one little thing just fucking cascades into a fucking complete blown recession.
Because
Right.
I'm thinking December or January.
No, I think this
that's
could. There's a good chance this could be what starts it
yeah,
because FTX was huge.
Yeah,
Like huge.
massive.
yeah.
Like billions.
It was a fucking
Yeah.
mammoth.
billions.
That was a goddamn mammoth.
mammoth that fucking just
It's in
got
the history
crushed.
books. It's gonna be big.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Mhm.
big time, big time. So, if you look back on something like 2008, it's very similar to how that
Yeah.
went down.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bernie Madoff literally caused a recession.
and could this guy do the same thing? We shall see. So,
Probably.
Yep.